how I built a multi-dollar web application using AI. And this application is called My God's Pay, which is a church management system with a lot of features. And the good part is that this application is a SaaS product, which means that churches pay me monthly. Currently, I have 7 churches on board. So as you can see the power of AI, you can also build your dream project. In this course, I'm going to show you the pro tips, the experience, techniques I got when building this awesome application to show you how to build your dream project using AI. Before that, let me walk you through the features about this application to entice you that you can also do the same thing with AI. Alright, so in here, the home page, it says that support your church anytime, anywhere, and make contributions, pay tithes and dues, or support fundraising campaigns with our secure and convenient digital platform. With this application, members can give offering online, they can pay their dues, their tithes, support fundraising, and then you can also register for your church. And then below here, we also have the churches on board, and then these are the features about the application: easy contribution, offering management, tithes, campaign management, member management, attendance, reporting, secure platform, multi-church support, expenses tracking, financial management, and then financial reporting. And you can explore all the features about this application. And I did this completely using AI. How cool it is, guys. And as you can see the detailed breakdown about the features about this application, it is a lot. And I did this using AI. And then in here, a member can pay their dues, they can pay their tithes, they can also give offering, and then all churches here, and then fundraising. Here, you can support an ongoing fundraising. For example, Kingdom Church, they have. What about the House of Power Church? They have one campaign, and then at the moment, I think they use wrong image here for demonstration purposes. As you can see the target, and this is what they've gotten, and then I can support this campaign, and I'll be able to see all the donors about this campaign. Awesome. And then let me get back to the home page, which is this one here. All right, so these are the features. Now let me see the pricing. For this application, churches subscribe either on starter plan or growth or established or large church plan. As you can see, this project. And once again, I did this using AI. And this application also supports affiliate program. And these are the earnings by the affiliate. You can become an affiliate by clicking on this link. You can register, and then you're gonna get your secure URL to share. So as soon as a church registers using your link, your account will be credited as soon as a church pays their plan. And you can log in as your church by clicking on admin login. If you log in, you're gonna have your dashboard like this. As you can see, the beauty about this application. And then these are the features. One more time, we have all the users about this application. A church can register a member to manage the application. Either, let me check the rows here. We have the super admin role, the finance manager role, the data entry role, and then the super admin can assign a role to a church member to manage the application by selecting any of these roles, either super admin, finance, or data entry. And then here is the finance part. For this application, all church members have their account number, and all transactions being performed by the church member will be tracked over here. So as soon as you register a church member, the application is going to generate an account number. And that account number is going to hold all the transactions. For example, paying of dues, tithes, everything will be accumulated on the user's account details here. As you can see, the current, the total expenses, and then the breakdown about the expenses. Likewise, the contribution breakdown also. Awesome. And then for the account setup, this is about the finance, which means that if you register as a new church, you need to set up your account for the accounting concept. At the moment, if I click on this one, this church has an account already. So if I view all the accounting stuff here, these are the chart of account by a church. Either bank account, cash, account payable, retained earnings, general income, platform, general expenses, pastor salary, utility, funeral, and others. And this application is flexible, which means that a church can include unlimited account for their church, either by asset, liability, equity, income, or expense. We also have the journal entry. A church can use a manual entry here to create their journals, and that is debit and credit. Alright? And the good part is that everything is automated, which means that any transaction that we perform in the application is going to generate the respective journal entries without you generating using the manual journal entry, which means everything is automated. And then we also have withdrawals. A church can withdraw the amount from their account into their respective bank accounts. If I click on the new withdrawal here, I can select a bank to withdraw. Alright. And then also for budgeting. For this application, a church can set their budget. For example, if I view this one, no budget, I can add new item here to keep track about the budget, either expense or income, and then the account to be affected. That's a budgeting. We also have the financial report. We have what is called payment tracker. The payment tracker here checks if a church member didn't pay their dues or tithe within a certain month. So if I view Catherine here, for this church member, let's see the transaction being performed. In the year 2025, total miss is 13, which means that the church member didn't pay his or her dues for 13 consecutive times. As you can see the breakdown here, January, the person didn't pay up to April. In May, this is where the member paid, which is 1,000 Ghana cedis, and then the individual dues here, you keep track about the payment. And we also have the monthly report, and everything is automated. And the good part is that you also have what is called the forecast, which means that the application will determine that, okay, for the next month, your projected income will be like this based on the previous month. As you can see, the expenses and then the net here, and then you also have the breakdown about the expenses and then the contributions and then the membership payment and then the chart. Alright, and also have the balance sheet. For the balance sheet, it is automated, and the application will indicate either the account has been balanced or not. And then the income statement, you also have it here as that, the cash flow statement, the trial balance, and then also the account statement. And then the church can also close the account within a specific time range. And then attendance. This application can also keep track about the attendance, which means that, let's say for Sunday services, we're going to record the attendance. Either this, for example, Catherine, Daniel Carter, they came or they came late, then I'm going to record. Great. And then if I come back to the list here, I will see all the attendees within a specific service type. And then the metrics. The metrics here gives you the snapshot about the attendance, about the church members. The services type, like I said, that this application is so flexible, you can include other services type depending on the nature of your church. And then dues payment here, we have the dashboard for the dues payment. And also, we also have the recording and then the transactions here. And then we also have the type of the dues. Alright, and then expenses, all expenses. And one cool feature about this application is that for some churches, in case they incur some expense, for example, if you have some funeral, the church will contribute that, okay, for every member, you're going to pay some amount of money. So for this application, let's say that a church incur an expense of say 1,000 Ghana cedis. And for this amount of money, the church members need to pay, which means that we're going to debit each of the church members' account. So for this application, it is so easy to do. All what you have to do here is that upon adding the expense, you're going to select what is called expense allocation to all members. And then you can say that equal split or custom amount. For equal split, the application is going to split the amount equally to all the members. And the transaction will be affected by each of the church member. We also have the expense category, online offering here. A member can also pay their offering online or their dues online, and then a church can also raise funds, and that is fundraising by the church. As you can see, the graphical view about the dashboard, all campaigns here will be visible here, and then the categories, the donation got per each campaign, the services record. For example, let's say that on Sunday, a church got a total of 1,000 Ghana cedis as an offering. Then they have to record here as services record. And then members here, a church can register unlimited number of members. And the cool part is that we also have what is called bulk imports. Instead of adding them manually, you can prepare a file, and that is Excel format, and then you can click here and then you can upload the Excel file, or you can have a sample download. And then the members finance as I've shown you here, and then the billing. This church is on the startup plan and it will renew on this date. And then for this plan, it supports 100 members only. And then for the settings, a church can connect their bank account to the application for withdrawal. And then the church info, a church can update their church details, and then the system metric. As you can see, the features about this application, and I use AI to build this application. Once again, I'm going to show you the pro tips I got. I learned a lot when building this application using AI. If you're happy as I am, let's get right into it to build our school management system using AI. If you're happy as I am, sit back, relax, and then let's go ahead and build our school management system using AI.